This is to show you my new Weber and some of its features. This is the bin for briquettes and smoker chips and stuff like that. This is the little timer, and then under here you have the gas that you can use to start the briquettes. As you can see, it has a thermometer. This middle can come up, and then you can put a wok or a pizza stone or something like that. You can also pile your briquettes, and then there's that gas jet that will start those. Different from my older one is that it has hinged things, and what goes in here are these little things which hold briquettes off to the side. This is handy to set your lid on, so you don't have to put it on the ground, which is what I used to have to do. It's got the can underneath that you can just pull this little tray out full of ashes. And then this has got those little fins that open up the bottom for air and to rake the ashes down into it. And then this is kind of it's a metal that's got a textured, kind of a enameled sort of top on it. There's the old one. Oops. Well, it got leaves in it. But it still works fine, but without any of the pleasures of a brand new, super top of the line charcoal Weber. Here's how easy it is to get the ashes out. So you pull this little handle right there. You can also use a whisk to kind of persuade them to go down the hole if you really want it cleaned out. Then you can just take the little ashes out, dump it into your ash bucket, then goes. Let's get some briquettes going. This looks like about enough, and I've got my little charcoal containers on the side since I'm going to be doing indirect heating. Now, let's go down to that little thing I told you about, which is this automatic, and let's get the briquettes going without even a chimney. All right, so woo, there we go. Burn away, baby. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my chips started soaking. Start with about that many. Now I know that some people think that you shouldn't soak them. Well, I have read about 90% say to soak them, and only once or twice have I seen not to soak them. So, I'm going to soak them. This was a pork top loin, a boneless roast of 5 pounds. So that'll give me an idea of how long I need to cook it before I start testing it with the instant read meat thermometer. I have found a recipe for a dry rub that I liked the looks of. So a short time ago I rubbed it, well, sprinkled it liberally on both sides. It has salt in it to help drive it down into the flavors down into the meat. And I'm letting the meat set out for a half hour, 45 minutes to let it get to room temperature more before I throw it on the grill. Well, it looks like my briquettes are just about ready. And since my grate is not that bad, I'm just going to gently clean it off with my, so I can put my charcoals where I want them. So I like a pair of dedicated tongs, great big ones. And I'll put half of them on one side and half of them on the other. But first I'm going to do the thing that I'm always forgetting to do, which is shut this off because the briquettes are well lit. Another thing that's nice to do is put a foil pan or an old pan in the middle underneath where the meat's going to be, so that it can have water in it and then help not be so dried out. About an inch of hot water ought to be good. Replace the grate. Now let's lay that baby right in the middle. The chips in. Here's where these hinged grates are really handy. So I'm thinking about a handful or two. Probably a handful or two on each side. And now, just cover it. The bottoms are open. The top is half open. Let the air flow. And then I'll keep an eye on the thermometer. Well, it's been an hour. So we're going to add about 9 briquettes on each side, and this is to keep the temperature where we want it. I'm also going to add a few more chips. Okay, it's been about an hour and 45 minutes. Let's just see what temperatures we have. Okay, about 151. For pork, we want to have at least 165. So I'm just kind of stirring the briquettes around just a little bit to kind of refresh them, keep them going. Not adding more at this time. I think it's been about 3 hours. Anyway, I flipped it over, and that's when I saw that it was more done further down where my thermometer was going. I kind of pulled off a little piece of that seasoned fat, which I am eating because it was so good. While your roast is cooling down, this is what you do with the remainder of the coals. Yum, yum. Our roast is done. It has set long enough for the juices to retreat into the meat. So now we're going to do a slice and see what it looks like inside. What do you think?
I think it looks good.
Hey, Miss Bessie, sure got fine barbecue. I said, hey, Miss Bessie, you sure got a fine barbecue. down to get me some tonight about 1:45. I don't like it too hot, I don't like it too cold. I wanna eat the meat right down to the bone. I don't like it too fat, I don't like it too lean. Yeah, mama, you know what I mean.